rotation since your mom was around. I don't know. Good. Okay. And we're going to start with a rotation, just an easy rotation. The arms are like windmills, and we're looking where we're going. Cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha. Good, taking good care of our spine. Remember that exercise session is for our health. Good. I've been eating a ton Labor Day weekend, so I do need a little extra cardio. Maybe we'll get that in. Good work. Just nice and easy rotation. It always makes me feel good. Spinal rotation. Good. Play with keeping your head straight and play with looking while you're going. While you're going. Okay. And then arms come up to the sky. Take a big breath in. We're going to take 3 roll downs. So all the way down. Drop your head and then roll the spine up. Arms stretch up, reach up, come forward. That's your inhale. Exhale, roll up. One more time if you can. Inhale with me. Really big. Let your head drop. Exhale from your belly. Roll that spine all the way up. Great. For a little side bending, the arms are going to come up and clasp. Good. Squeeze your arms to your ears. Feet can be wherever you like. And then take it side and side. Good. Best breathing practice here is to inhale as you bend. Exhaling up to center. Good. Really stick your hips out. So you're making a big side bend. Yeah. Big side bend. Good. Good. Now, can you tell, is there one direction you can side bend a little bit better than the other? If so, go to the side that you feel is a little bit limited. Use the bottom arm to pull your top arm. Use that hip to push out and really tiny, tiny reaches. You're reaching and reaching. It's a pulsation and you're breathing. Good. And if you have exact perfect opposition on both sides, equal stretch, then you're just continuing on. Good. But if you have one side that's a little tighter today, pulse, 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 and come up. Let your arms press down. Perfect. Okay, so our spines are a little bit lively. Start with a very slight turned out position. Really teeny tiny. So you're barely turned out and your feet are right underneath you. You're going to pick up one foot. Energy goes up like an elevator. And then set that down. And then other leg. Good. Now I want you to practice as we stand on one leg. Can you let your leg hang so that your knees are even? Can you let your knee come up so that you're holding it up in tabletop? And can you let your leg swing back so that you're holding it slightly back? So there's 3 positions. Knee straight down, knee up, and then knee back. Let's try that on the other side. So it's knee up. Oh, knee up is just your knee hanging. So all you do is you pick your foot up. Your knees are equal. That's a hard one for me. I don't know why. So that's the one we're going to use today. But I want to differentiate the positions. So it's knee up, knee hanging, and then knee back. Good. And let's go back to the first side. We're going to do it one more time. And I want you this time, you know there's 3 different positions of the legs. Is one position easier for you? Is one position harder for you? So just first pick up your foot and let your leg hang so that your knees are even. To me, that is definitely the hardest one. Then try lifting it up so it's in tabletop, right? To me, that's, I would say, probably the easiest one. And then leg back. For me, second easiest one. And then I want you to gauge also what's easiest and hardest for you. You might be different than me. Other side, just pick up your foot. Your knees should be even, your legs hanging. Your legs hanging. My foot's not on the floor, but my knees are even. I feel really wobbly in that position. I have to use a lot of core. I bring my leg up. Puh, that's easy. I guess I just have a lot more psoas to help with the balance. That's my guess. And then on this side, same thing. So I'm gonna go for me with the most challenging level today, which is just picking my foot up and letting my knee hang. So here I am. I'm in that position. I feel a little bit wobbly, and we're gonna start. So my left leg is standing, my right leg is bent. We might want to be on the same legs so that the cues make sense. But anyway, we're going to start off with opposite arm. So it's my left leg that's standing, my right arm comes up to the midline, and then I turn it up, palm up, and I'm going to do 3 bicep curls. Now, if I chose to have a small hand weight with this, which we have done before, it makes it harder, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to use the body weight. 1, good, out and in, 2, good, and 3, good, and then last one, arm goes up, and pull it down, and pull it down. Good, now I'm gonna do that with the other side. My hips have to stay even. I'm pushing like crazy with my standing leg. Now the same arm and same leg, palm up, 3 biceps. Pretend you have a small weight, or if you want to, you can grab one. Good. Then out and in. Same arm, same leg is typically harder than opposite. Yeah, good. And then arm up, pull it down, up, pull it down. Oh, my leg's not hanging. I caught myself cheating. Okay, good. I'm gonna set my foot down. Did you catch yourself cheating also? Woo, that used a lot of my thigh muscle, and I didn't even finish. I gotta walk it out a little bit. Good. This is definitely advanced balance, so Amy, this is gonna be challenging for you. Okay, now I go back to that same side just to finish. I'm picking my right foot off. If you want, you can have your right toe touching the ground. Yeah, you could. Both arms up, biceps 3, 2, 1. Good, arms out and pull in. Straight arms out, pull in, out, pull in. Good, grab imaginary bungee cords, pull it down, and 2, and 3. Good work. And then jog it out and shake out that standing leg. Whew. Where did you feel it? Most people feel it in their butt. I felt it in my thigh. Like, wow, it was a lot of thigh work for me. I was really pushing with my foot. We'll talk about it after class, so I'm very interested in your experience. So here we are standing. I'm gonna pick up, whoops, my left leg, and I'm gonna let that knee hang as best I can. I'm trying to stay even, which already is a little challenging, and we do opposite arm as the standing leg. Good, can I remember what I'm doing? Oh, that's a good challenge. 3 bicep curls, good. 3 out and ins, 1. These are huggy trees. Ah, good, and then 3 bungee cords. Pull down, pull down, pull down. Good job, standing tall. Good, other side. So it's same arm, same leg. Biceps, 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 good job. Out and in, ooh, good, I'm letting that leg hang. I'm not trying to do anything with it, and I'm definitely working here. I'm working, it's not exactly easy for me. This side is a little bit easier than the other side already, I'm thinking. Good, now both arms, I'm not gonna take a break, but if you need to, you can. Biceps. Good. Hug the tree. We need our balance. We really need our balance in this day and age. Good, up. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, yes. Whew. And I'm gonna jog it out. Kick it out. Okay, excellent. I think that's great for my legs, and I think that's good for my arms. I think I'm gonna do one more little standing exercise. This is hands behind the head, and I'm pushing standing abdominals, pushing my head up, so I'm as a perfect specimen as I can be, and I'm gonna bring one leg up, and I'm gonna crunch, and then I'm gonna set that down, and I'm gonna do it for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, last one. Yay! Woo! Okay, how did you do with the balance today? Better, easy, hard? Let me know. And let's come down to the mat. If you have a little pillow, that would be a really helpful thing to have. You will enjoy it more, I promise. Okay, so my toys are gonna go on the ground, and I'm gonna come to a seated position on my mat. I'm gonna fix my leggings for just a second. Good. Now in this version, in this sequence, I'm not gonna use any toys except for my pillow. Okay, I've got my pillow here, and I'm just gonna practice my pillow placement first. So my feet are really active. That's why we started with the balance today. My feet are turned on. My inner thighs are working and my outer thighs are working. My arms are gonna reach for a large teddy bear, and my spine is tall, and it's as if I have Abraham Lincoln's hat on, big stovepipe hat. So I'm super tall. Inhale. Exhale, rolling down slowly with control. Anchor yourself with your feet and your inner thighs, and then your sacrum when you get there. So you come down slow. Good. And then you just want to place the pillow so that it's supporting your neck and your head when you're all the way down. Ooh, that was cozy and yummy. Good. Now we can take a nap. No, we cannot take a nap. We're going to bring the legs up. I'm just shifting my spine a little bit so I can press it down. Then I'm going to pick up one foot and set that down. And I pick up one foot and I set that down. And I know this is really easy, but can you do it 100% with your belly muscles? 100% with your belly muscles. If you're really focused, it's very challenging. So go inside, deep interior, deep exhale, lifts one leg up. You can make this so challenging that it becomes an advanced exercise if you're doing it well. So my head and neck are completely relaxed. My shoulders are relaxed. My whole spine is pressing into the mat. I can really feel all of my abdominals fire because they are working to lift my leg. Okay, I know that's hard for some people to get that, but that's what we're working on. Now the arms drive up. Oh no, sorry. We want to pull one leg in. Good. And then pull the other leg in. And then both legs in. Good. And we're going to rock up. So you take a breath in. And then exhale, rock yourself up. Your feet are 4 inches apart. You're sitting tall, just like we were a second ago with the stovepipe hat back on. Arms long. Good. So we're going to keep working through this sequence, each part of it. Inner and outer thighs are active. Inhale here. Exhale, come down slowly. Your feet are anchors, inner thighs are anchors, and then sacrum becomes an anchor as you come all the way down. Good. Make sure that your head and neck are fully supported so that that part of your body is relaxed. And then pick up one leg and pick up the other leg. Whole spine presses into the ground, and I want you to reach one in and one out. Good. Lightly pointing your toes, classic single leg stretch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs in. Give yourself a little bit of momentum. You're gonna rock yourself up really easily. Anchor your feet, lift your spine, reach for your teddy bear, stovepipe hat on. Inhale. Exhale, we come down smoothly. Remember all the anchor points so that we're stretching and strengthening the abdominals and the spine and the back. Good, arms are down. Lift one leg up and the other leg up. Lightly flex your feet. Press your rib cage down. Yes, and then one in and one out. Cha-cha, cha-cha. Good. You can really feel your abdominals working here, but the main thing is, can you work your abdominals while your neck and your head and your shoulders are relaxed? Yes, you can. Now just 8 more. Reach with your heel. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Inhale, exhale. We're going to roll up together smoothly, trying to stay rounded. Anchor your feet, sit up tall, reach for your teddy bear. Good job, let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, rolling down slowly. Great. Relax your arms, shoulders, neck, jaw. Good, one leg up, other leg up. Perfect work. Maybe ribs need to sink down a little bit. Good. Now, we're going to point, and flex, flex. So you reach with your toe, your heel, your heel. It's toe, toe, and heel, heel, and toe, toe, and heel, heel, and toe, toe, and heel, heel and toe, toe and heel, heel. Bring the legs in, little momentum. We're gonna roll back up. Sitting up tall. Good, one more time. Arms hold on to Big Teddy. Sitting tall with your hat on. Huge breath to fill up the lungs. And then exhale, coming down slowly, anchoring. And then all about strength and control as you come all the way down. Yay, good. Arms at your sides. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale. Pick up your feet here. Good. And then extend your legs long. And we're going to take it into a big bicycle. Good. We're going to do this for 30 seconds. For you, maybe your bicycle is high up. It's like a recumbent bicycle. Maybe your bicycle is bigger. You can feel the different efforts on your abdominals. But however you're doing it, we need to have the head, jaw, shoulders, and arms relaxed. Abdominals working 110%. Good. So it's 30 seconds, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22. Aren't you glad you have a pillow? Do you have a pillow? Yes, it's so nice to have a pillow. Good. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. More abs, less legs. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Squeeze those legs into your body. Take a little rock and roll. Good. And then for supine twist, you can use the pillow if it's comfortable or not. I'm gonna start out seeing if it's good with the pillow. My arms are at my sides or open. I'm gonna drop my legs to one side. Huge breath in, and then exhale, bring them back to center. Good, I like being near the wall on the supine twist because I can go a little bit extra, and I really like that twist up in my thoracic spine. It always needs it. That's the tightest part of our spine. Inhale, dropping. Exhale, pulling. Good, go at your own pace, but do it at least one more time each way. Turning head away from knees if you like. So in regular supine twist, head stays straight up, but I'm adding the little extra today for my body because it feels great. And I'm gonna do it one more time each way. Inhale. Good. Anyone getting free adjustment? Pop, 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 like a little popcorn? Good. Nice. Okay, good job. So from here, I'm going to get rid of my pillow for the day. Oh, that was a fun series, though. I really liked it. And then see if you can find your ball. Yeah. Okay. Do I want my ball? Yeah, I think I do want my ball. Okay. Let's bring the legs in. Bring the legs up. And then ball between the inner thighs. We're gonna do just one more set of abdominals. This time we are gonna move into a little bit of flexion. And we've got some stretches right after. So for this positioning, you got your perfect parallel positioning, tabletop legs. Hands come to clasp behind the head. Yeah. We're gonna practice our perfect lift. The heels of my hands are squeezing the occipital lobes on the edge of my skull. And then I'm pulling. So I'm using this position to stretch as I stretch up. And then I need to be a little bit higher. I haven't quite cleared my shoulder blades. So I'm gonna rock side, rock center. And then I'm gonna use my hands to pull myself up a little bit more, okay? I'm finally clearing my shoulder blades. In this position, I gotta first just memorize it with my muscles. So I'm in the right position, I can feel that. Now I'm gonna hold it and bring my hands back behind the head. Yes, okay, good. Now I go down. Each time my body knows I have to lift that high. Here we go for 10. It's lift, bring everything towards each other. Head comes down as you lengthen. Good job. Again, lift, a little bit extra, all the way down. But just remembering as you do your little extra, it's not a crunch, it's a lift. It's the opposite of a crunch. So I lift up and then I lift a little higher. My elbows are reaching toward my feet or above my knee joint so that I am lifting, I'm not crunching. A crunch would be where I'm bringing my elbows toward my ball. I'm actually not doing that, I'm trying to lift higher. Trying to lift myself higher, you guys higher, and the whole world higher. Yay! It's a lot, it's a big job, but somebody's got to do it. I think we're the good group to do it. I really do. Yes, good. And also, as we're doing these, I want you to realize we need to get together again. So I'm going to organize another tea party. Yoo-hoo! Maybe it'll be a savory tea party. And we're going to do a hike. So I'll get that information to you on Tuesday. I really need some contact with you guys. Oh yeah, haven't seen you enough, huh? Up and higher and down. Let's do 3 more. You're like, Jen, this is way more than 10. Oh well, good for you. 2 more. And down, and 1 more. Lift higher and down. Yay! Okay, so for our stretches, let's, actually we're in the perfect position for bridges. Let's do a few bridges, then we'll move to stretches. In the bridge position here, your head is lengthened away from your tailbone. So take a minute to think about that. Squeeze the ball with 50% or 60% of your might, not more than that, not less than that. And the arms are relaxed, shoulders are wide. Woohoo! Take a breath in, and then exhale. Tilt your pelvis and lift your hips up. So it's a pseudo rolling bridge. It's not just a hip lift, it's a little bit of a roll to it. You're inhaling at the top and you're finding your perfect bridge. Maybe you need to wiggle a little bit. Maybe you need to find your bones in your back and just find your position, nice long line. Inhale and then exhale and roll the spine down from the top to the tailbone. And then again, you want to start with exhale, tilt your pelvis, peel yourself up. Inhale at the top, pressing your hips up. Exhale, softening the spine and lengthening as you come all the way down. Good. Exhale, roll. Inhale, stay. Exhale, roll down. Inhale for nothing. Good. Exhale and roll that spine up. So this is the 4-count slow rolling bridge with inhales at the top and the bottom. And it's the exhalations that we move the spine. Good. Exhale, roll your spine up. Sometimes I don't need these too much. And some days I really need them. Today I'm needing them. They feel really good. Maybe it was partly the standing balance challenge that we did, but I'm feeling this a little bit as a thigh stretch and hip stretch, and it feels really helpful. And I love the fact that I'm creating space in my spinal column always, but I need it today. Maybe you're feeling like, oh yeah, I'm definitely needing that with you. That's a good thing. That means we're on the same page. Oh yeah. Okay, now on this next one, we're gonna just tilt the pelvis and lift the hips. Notice that I'm not lifted up into my bridge. My whole upper back is down. Just my butt is lifted, and my butt is maybe 2 inches off the ground, 1.5 inches off the ground. I'm kind of hanging. This is a hanging bridge. I'm in my hanging bridge, and from the hanging bridge position, I'm going to do 20 air kegels. The air kegels are releasing the pelvic floor and squeezing the pelvic floor. We also squeeze the ball in the inner thighs. So here we go, let's practice. Inhale, release pelvic floor. Your butt sags, but it's still not touching the ground. And then exhale, squeeze pelvic floor muscles, lift, and a little bit of a squeeze of the ball. Inhale, release pelvic floor, exhale, squeeze. Sometimes in my mind, it's helpful to think of a balloon, like the kind of long balloon that the French mime artist comes by in Paris and makes a poodle for your child with. Inhale, exhale, squeeze the poodle balloon. Sometimes that's a really helpful feeling of interior squeeze. Good. Inhale, exhale. Good. Now, once you've got it, maybe you can bring the pace up a tad. So we're going to do about 15 from here and 14, but you can go at your own pace. 13 and 12 and 11. Make these count. These are the most important exercises of the whole class. Interior squeezes. This is deep core. This is the core what Joseph Pilates was talking about. Not the rectus abdominis, but we're talking about the deep pelvic floor. This is where our health and true power comes from. So focus in with me for 8 and 7. I like the Parisian balloon. Thanks, Joan. And 5. She's like, what? I didn't say anything. 4. I know. I always think of France when I think of you, though. 3 and 2. And last one. Take a breath in. Exhale, roll the spine down. Lengthen the legs long. I'm going to push the ball down toward my ankles, and I'm going to squeeze the ball between my ankles a lot. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Okay, now I got it. Yeah. And my arms come over my head, and I'm stretching my fingers away from the bottom of my feet. Ah, good. Now I get 3 roll-ups in this positioning, and I'm continually squeezing the ball between my ankles or my calves or wherever it is. But for me, ankles is really good. Here we go. Inhale, arms rise up. Pick up your head. Good. You can imagine yourself being Dracula coming from the coffin. Good. When I come all the way forward, I'm going to sweep my arms behind me, clasp the arms, and give a little extra stretch today. And then as I release back, my arms just flow forward like a dancer. And I come down nice and slow. Arms come back. Ah, that felt lovely. I'm going to do 2 more. Inhale, arms. Pick up your head, neck, and shoulders. Keep squeezing your ball. Come up as smoothly as you can. Stretch towards your toes. Good, now the arms sweep behind you, clasp, and a little tiny bit of a reach. As you come down, the arms release. Backs of the hands come toward each other, and it's just beautiful and sensual as the arms come back up, floaty. Nice, 1 more time. Inhale, arms. Exhale, whole body. Squeeze that ball. It gives you power. Yeah. Coming forward in space, reach for your toes. And then as we come back, oh, I forgot to stretch. I don't want to forget to stretch. I like to stretch. Stretch the arms behind you. Good. And then as you come all the way down, we got it. Oh, that felt so great. Okay, so now we're going to do a little teeny sequence with the ball underneath the sacrum. And then we move on to some, well, we'll see what time frame we have. Ball's going to go under the sacrum for right now. Yeah. Okay, so we've got scissors and helicopters and big circles today. So first, my legs pop off, and I just get really comfortable on my ball. Yeah, good. From this position here, legs extend up, and I want you to take 1 leg down and 1 leg up, 1 leg down and 1 leg up. So you're using your scissors as a stretch, and then add pulsations. Let's pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. I'm going as big as I can so I can feel a stretch. 1 leg is reaching up, the other is reaching down. It's handy that I'm up here in the air because I can do a little extra stretch. But if you're right next to the ground, it's perfect because you can feel 1 leg tapping the ground and the other leg up towards your face. Good. Now we're going to just take it into skiing. 1 up and 1 down, or single leg scissors. Yeah. And then here comes our beautiful helicopters. It's kind of a medium speed. It's not too fast, not too slow. It's slide once, slide twice, and circle in perfect opposition. Slide once and twice and perfect opposition around. Nice. Once, twice, and perfect opposition. Good. 5 more. Once, twice, and circle. 4 more. Once, twice, circle again. Once, twice, circle. Good. Almost there. And I am feeling this in my abdominals like a lot. So I don't know about you, where you're feeling it, but I feel it right in my abs. It feels great. I'm going to do 1 more. I think it's my extra one, but that's okay. I guess I need it today. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to shake my legs out and pause just for a second. That was a lot of work. Did you feel it right in your abs? If you did, good. That's good for you. I think if you feel it a lot in your legs, it does mean that your abdominals are not stronger than your legs. And so it means, hey, we need to continue to strengthen our abdominals. Okay, last part, we're gonna do 3 large circles and 3 large circles. So legs come up to 90 degrees. I'm gonna have my feet slightly pointed and in a very slight external rotation. My legs are straight. My belly and my rib cage have to pull deeply down to support this movement. So I'm gonna take my legs fairly low, not crazy low, and then in perfect opposition up and around. Good. Now I point my feet as they go down, but I'm gonna flex them as they come up. So I point down, flex, come up. Good, and then 3 more. So we're doing 3 and 3. Down, up and around. 2 more. Down, up and around. And 1 more. Down, up and around. Yay! To me, that felt really good. Let's try the other way. So first, just get the circle. You go all the way down, heels meet, and then bring that all the way up. So it's flex as you go around, and then point as you lift up on this version. Light flexion of your feet as they go around, heels click together. Point the feet and bring it up. 3 more. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling around, exhaling up. 1 more time. Inhaling around, exhaling up. Woo, good. I'm going to kick my legs out just a little bit like a little toddler in the candy store. I want the candy, I want the lollipop. We took the kids, we were staying in a little town called McLeod. It's right outside of Manchester this weekend. And we took my 4-year-old and almost 2-year-old grandchildren into a candy store, like an old-fashioned candy store, right? In this cute little old renovated hotel. So before I could say anything or do anything, the almost 2-year-old went over, had her hand in the candy jar. I don't know why they have a candy jar low enough for an almost 2-year-old to get it. And she was eating candy that had the wrapper on it. Don't bring kids in the candy store. That was funny. I had to take a picture. It was pretty funny. Okay, so here we go. We are going to now rock ourselves all the way up. Woohoo! And let's see if we can do a seated stretch, a couple of single leg quadrupeds, and then TheraBand work today. I'm gonna have my legs really wide. That's really wide for me. Yeah. And the ball can go behind you and you can sit a little bit on the ball if you want. That's always helpful. For me, being in this angle up, this is quite the stretch for me today. I'm feeling it. It's great. I like to practice flexing my feet. Good. And then 1 foot flex and 1 foot points. 1 foot flexes and 1 foot points. If I'm doing that and really paying attention to the muscles, there's like a little bit of tension off of one leg and a little bit on the other. And then I'm going to flex both. I'm going to sit up as tall as I can, and then I'm going to point both. And I'm going to flex both and point both. Good. And then finally, I'm going to relax my feet, and I'm just going to see if I could maybe make that stretch a little tiny bit deeper. Not much, okay? And then I start to lean forward a little bit. Good. And then from this position, it should be maximal stretch for your body. You're gonna sit right on top of your spine. So think of your pelvic basin and then your spinal column holding you up. And that could be a little bit of a problem for some people. If it is, pillow or small ball behind you to help you tilt and lift up tall. Arms wide. We're going to take it side. Good. And then turn toward your foot and stretch and breathe. Good. And then back to the side. And then this is a giant rainbow. Giant rainbow. All the way to the other side. Yes. Good job. Big, huge inhale. And then turn towards your foot. Good. Back to the side stretch. And then giant rainbow. All the way over. Yes. Big side bend. Turn towards your foot. Good. Back to the side stretch. Giant rainbow. Woo. Good. Big side stretch. Huge breath. A little bit of a turn towards your foot. Good. Are you getting crazy stretches along your back that you really desperately need? That's where I'm stretching. Then back to the side bend. Good. And then just straight up with your rainbow. Ah, good. Legs come together and shake it out. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. Ah. Okay, people, we're going to come to quadruped position. And for our quadruped position today, check on your wrists. How does that feel? Are you able to have your hands bearing a little bit of weight for you? Are your wrists directly underneath your shoulders? Obviously, help yourself. Sometimes making a bunched up mat so that you have a plank or a bevel that's going downward is really helpful. For me, it feels fine today. I'm just checking in on my positioning here, and I'm being aware that in this position, I have to pull my belly inwards to really activate, so I'm finding it. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna practice opposite arm and opposite leg. So I'm gonna start with right arm, left leg. I'm sliding them along the mat. And then I use my core muscles to lift up. In my mind's eye, I'm perfect. Both of my hip bones are facing the floor. My arm and leg are shooting energy out, but they're connected. And then I take that down seamlessly. Good. Other side, I practice sliding along the mat. I use my core muscles to lift up. It's really different to do it this way than to just lift up. There's a whole different sequencing to it. So really noticing that. Yes. And then finding perfection. Find your perfection. Shoot energy from toes to fingertips, all the way through your body, and then back. Good. And then I'm just going to alternate for 8. So I slide, I lift, I pause and hold, and I change. I slide, I lift, I reach in opposition, my abdominals are in charge, and I change. I slide, I lift with my core, I lengthen with my core, and I bring it back in. Other side, reach, lift, find it, and change. One more each side, reach, lift, find it, and change. One more, reach, lift, find it, and change. Good. From here, I'm going to take a stretch. This is our thread the needle. I'm going to use my left arm, and I'm going to bring it underneath my right. My whole body slides down, and my left shoulder comes to the ground. I walk my right hand around the top of my head, and I try to look up a little bit. So I'm twisting through my serratus muscles, the deep ones under the armpit, and I'm stretching and I'm breathing. This feels great. Always a possibility to lengthen my right leg so I can open more. Does that feel better? Does that feel any different? Feels great. Imagine if you didn't do this kind of exercise. What would happen to you? Would you get like stuck? Sometimes I wonder, what would I do if I was all stuck and I couldn't move? It would be terrible. I'm going to keep moving and doing Pilates till the last second that I can. Keep everything flowing. This feels great. Okay, so I'm going to unwind from there, and I'm going to do the other side nice and slow. So my right hand reaches through and I slide under. My left hand reaches toward the top of my head and I open that elbow. And maybe that just feels perfection. Maybe the left leg lengthening adds something. My eye gaze is upward toward the ceiling. For me, it feels, oh, this is a great way to twist. This is an upper trapezius stretch. So if it's possible at all, your right shoulder is on the floor and there's a little bit of weight on it. You're stretching your upper trapezius, and this is a very difficult part of your body to stretch. But for me, yes, it's that, but it's also so much more. Good. In the quintessential anatomy book, Anatomy of Yoga, the author, whose name is escaping me at the second, talks about this position and this thread the needle stretch and the different ways that you can do it and how freeing it is. He gives like 3 or 4 pages to this. So good. Okay, and then releasing from there, we're going to move into a little bit of a gyro movement here. And it's exactly what we just did, it's just smoother. So you take one arm under and you twist, bringing it back. Other arm slides under and there's a little bit of a twist. And you take that back one more each way. You reach under, a little bit of a twist. Use your own guidelines, like does your head come down or is it just the arm reaching through? You can decide that. Good, and then coming back, good. Today I'm gonna tuck my toes under and I'm gonna take a little bit of a foot stretch for a second as we transition. I did a lot of hiking, not really that much hiking, but a little bit of hiking during Labor Day weekend up in the forests in Mount Shasta. And my feet always need it. My feet need a little bit of stretching. Yeah, maybe yours do too. Okay, perfect. Now, let's see if we can do our hip strengthening series, and then finally we'll get to some TheraBand stretches for legs, which I desperately need today, so we're gonna make sure we do those. I'm gonna slide on down to a nice comfortable position here. Good. I'm gonna be in an L shape today, and we're working the hip in a circular movement. So you're gonna lift your top leg up and just find the perfection of the movement. I want you to feel the top of your body, so your rib cage and your obliques are lengthened. How can you lengthen there more? Thinking about keeping your hip about hip height. And then from here, we're gonna lift and we're gonna circle. You're drawing the circle with your knee. The circle is not with your foot. And the circle is the size of your elementary school clock, which you were constantly looking at, wishing it were 3 o'clock. Right? No, I wasn't. I wasn't looking at the clock in the classroom. I was reading Ulysses. Good, and then let's reverse. Good, reverse. Reverse. Good job. Oh, I picked up a good book. Okay, so have any of you heard of the author whose name is Ivan Doig, D-O-I-G? I missed him. He's dead now. He died in 2016, I think. He was born in like 1937. And he wrote mainly about Montana and about prairies and growing up. And so then go ahead and give that a nice squeeze. That's it. Onto your back. We're going to do that. See, that was easy today. Then cross over and pull in. Anyway, I picked up a book from the free library, from the little free library, and it's called The Whistling Season. I think it was written in like 2013 or something like that. Anyway, it is so lovely. It takes you back in time, and it's all about education and this schoolhouse, and oh, it's wonderful. So I ordered all of his other books. I think it's a good read. You know, sometimes you're looking for happy books these days, right? Instead of books about climate change and what's happening in the world today, although of course we want to read that. But this is such an escape. When I'm reading it, I'm enjoying it at like a really deep level. So if you have never read Ivan Doig, or if you've only read a few of his books, maybe check one out, or come to me and I'll give you the book. I'm almost finished with The Whistling Season, and then I'll pass on the other ones. I got them used online. I'll be happy to pass them on. They're wonderful reads. Okay, now let's try the other side. Good. Those big circles are not bad. You're like, Jen, usually you kill us with our hip work. Well, we don't need to always kill each other. So lengthening here, you do want perfect form. You're finding that hip height you're starting, and then you got 10 and 10. It's not a big deal, but you're drawing the circle the size of the recessed clock, up and around. Yeah. Good, so feel free to share good reads because we need it. Do you ever go over to people's houses these days and they don't have any books? It's definitely a thing, probably for the last 10 years or so, where people just give their books away. I myself have 3 huge rooms full of books. Now the other way, 10 and 9. It's hard for me even to give away books. I love books so much, but I'm better about it. I've given away boxes and boxes of books because, you know, it gets pretty jammed up if you don't give some away. Those little libraries are really handy, don't you think? Yeah, they are. Who dreamed up the little libraries? I wonder, probably a librarian. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. I'm feeling it on this side. I didn't feel it on the other side. Good job. Okay, we did our hip work. Huh. So easy today. Usually it's like, oh my God. Now we're gonna pull those legs in and feel a little bit of a burn. For some of you, you can't feel it unless it's number 4. For some of you, the glute stretch that we're doing is just right. You choose. Nice. Whew. Okay, so finally we get to have our TheraBand. Yeah, good. And I'm going to load up my left foot. Good. From here, I'm lengthening my right leg long, and I'm just gonna hold it for a moment or 2 and breathe. If you still have your pillow handy, you can put that behind your head and neck for our final stretches. That would be nice. I threw mine too far away. Okay, and then all we're gonna do for our last stretch today is windshield wiper. You take it all the way across your body as much as you possibly can and keep it as high as you possibly can. Good. And then left leg comes through center, maximal hamstring, and then opens out to the side. Good. You're gonna do it about 3 times, and it's completely at your own pace. Maybe for you, one of these positions is way more intense than the others. Feel free to hang out. We're not all the same, thank goodness. Good. Oh yeah, that feels really great. Oh. Okay, so I think I managed 3. Now I'm going to bring my other leg up to the band. Right leg is now getting a stretch. Left leg is going to lengthen down to the ground, and I hold it. See if I can straighten my leg. For me, there's a tiny bend today, and I'm going to push my foot into the band. Oh yeah, I got it. And I'm fully straightening my leg. Oh, good. And then whenever you're ready, it's across the body, keeping your leg toward your head and toward the floor equally. Back through center and the other side wide. Good. 2 more times, your own pace. Ah. Good. Ah. So today, we had a wonderful class. It was really fun. Some new movements, which are always great and creative and good for our brains. And we got to be together. Yes. I have a couple of clients, I think 3 private clients today. And then I've got to run some errands. And then I'm going to take a long beach walk. And then I have a groundwater meeting tonight from 7 to 9. Oh, I do need to tell you some more stuff about water and what's happening with the drought in the Western United States, especially California. Whew. Wendy did tell us it's pouring in Maine. Okay, we did it. Yay! Beautiful work, you beautiful people. Today is Thursday, September 9th. Did I get that right? I think so. So I won't see you again until Tuesday. Let me unmute people though so we can say goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you, beauties. Bye, Shelley. Bye, Sarah. Bye, Paul. Paul, my fuchsia are doing so well. They're all thriving. I have the soil for fuchsias, and it's all because of Paul. Mwah. Thanks, Paul. Okay, bye, Randy. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Randy.
Bye, Jen.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you next week. Mwah. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming by, Marilyn. Oh, Bana, Marilyn, thank you guys for coming by my house. That was so cool. Not Shasta. I must have left that morning, but that must have been fun.
It was.
Yeah. And so where'd you guys go? Day Valley? Sunset Beach? Around the neighborhood?
Okay. I don't remember.
We went to Cherryville.
Oh, okay.
We
Nice.
just went, and we started at the Buttery.
Oh, perfect. That's a good ride. Cherryvale is wonderful. My friend and I will meet up because she lives in Capitola, and we'll ride up and down. That's a fun place to ride. Okay, beautiful. Bye, Karen. Bye, everyone.
Jen, Jen, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
I have a problem when I've got my ball under me.
Yeah.
I creep down my mat, always. And so I have to reshift. So I'm creeping off the ball. What am I doing wrong?
The only thing that I've never had that. I do sometimes have to adjust my ball. The ball doesn't always stay exactly perfect.
Right.
But the only thing I can think of is that your ball is really full.
Okay. Well, it seems pretty squishy, but maybe it
does. Oh yeah, it's squishy. I don't know. If you ever want to come in, this is called a core disc. And it's the exact same thing as the ball. It's an unstable object, but when you use it when we're lying down, it's really steady. It doesn't creep at all. So
okay.
maybe next time you're in the area, come by and borrow this from me, or I'll drop it off at your place, and you can try it for a week or so. It's just as challenging as the ball. I use it a lot for beginners for my private sessions, but it's not expensive, and it might be a better tool for your setup.
I do like the ball very much.
The ball is so handy. You can use it for everything, but if it's constantly creeping up, that doesn't sound that handy.
There's certain things that it does.
Right.
Not always, but there's certain exercises. So I wonder if other people have that problem or if it's just me.
I'll ask, and thank you for bringing that up. But this is the answer, the core disc. You can see how stable it would be, but it's full of air, so you get just as good of a workout.
Okay.
But it doesn't move, so it might be a better tool for you to have.
Okay. Thank you, Jen.
I'll loan it to you later. Mwah. Bye, honey.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Karen.